Today we're going to be looking at one of the simplest of all technical tools, and that's trend lines. These are very powerful tools that you can use on stocks, futures, precious metals, foreign exchange, and practically any market that moves. So let's get started right away. First thing we have to establish is that a market can only do three things. It can go up, it can go down, and it can go sideways. What we're looking at is a pretty normal chart of a stock, and I'm going to show you the correct way to draw a trend line. It's very important you do it the correct way because there's so many people just have different ideas about drawing trend lines, but there's one way you can do it that's very successful. First of all, you want to start from the lowest point. So I'm going to go to my trend line tool right here. Just click it once. It puts a yellow box here. The lowest point on the chart is right here. So do I draw a trend line like this? No, that wouldn't work because you're violating this point here. So I grab the trend line, drag it down to the first point. I can extend it, of course, and when I do that, I get 3 perfect points, and that's the key thing to have in a trend line. You have to have it touching 3 distinct points by separation, and as you can see, this works perfectly well. So the market, once it went below the trend line, was indicating that the trend had changed. In fact, the trend should be going down, and we'll take a look and see how that worked out. But generally speaking, that's how you draw a trend line. It has to hit 3 points on a line. Now, the longer the line and the further away the points are, the more powerful it is when it breaks through, either on the downside in this case or in a downtrend line, which I'll show you in just a moment, on the upside. So let's take a look at another chart and how you can draw a trend line that's going the other way. What we're looking at is a multi-year chart, and I want to share with you just how powerful trend lines become. Remember what I said earlier, the longer the trend line, the more powerful it is when it's broken. So let's go to our lowest point on the chart, and that is right here. Then I'm going to choose my trend line tool, which is right here. It puts in a little yellow box there that I know it's live. I click once on the lowest point and simply drag it this way. And then all I have to do is move it up and see where the fit is. And as you can see, it's a nice fit. So I'm going to just go with those points right there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Obviously a very important trend line for this particular market. Now when the market breaks through, it doesn't exactly go down. It actually breaks through, goes back up, and then it goes down. That's not to say the trend line wasn't correct. We just didn't go over the highs that we saw here. Now we can also draw a trend line from the highs here to this point right here. So we broke through again, indicating a continuation of the upside. It failed, then it went through, indicating that the longer term trend for this market was probably on the downside. Now conversely, we can also draw a trend line here, which I think is an important one, and we have all our points maxing out, and you can see the prices are still below that level, indicating that the trend is still in a sideways to negative mode. Remember, the market can go sideways as well, so there's some sideways action there, not going down, not going up, just sideways. So that's all a trend line can do. It can show you when the market's going up, show you when the market's going down, and show you when the market's going sideways. It's a very powerful indicator and one I highly recommend you look for. And the key is 3 separate points touching, not 2. If you have more than 3, it's okay, but never less than 3. This is Adam Hewison. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on trend lines, and I hope you use them in your own trading in the future. Thank you for watching.